press the Hamas leadership abroad, sitting in Doha, and then they are applying pressure on Yahya Sinwar in the Gaza Strip. Broken telephone, so to speak. Bottom line being, Mr. Anthony, that by the time that the message is getting to Yahya Sinwar, it is much, much softer.
I think there's a bigger problem to all of this, quite frankly. I think that the major problem is the dynamic that you've described results in one thing. The State of Israel is not in charge of this negotiation. It isn't even, in some cases, an active participant, let alone being in charge. That has got to change. And that's why I said to you earlier on in the program that any humanitarian relief that's provided to the Gaza Strip must be conditioned on something back from the Gaza Strip in return, namely that for which we've gone to war in part. One of the primary goals of this war, hostages coming back to the State of Israel safely. We are seeing a ratcheting up of the psychological warfare by Hamas. They're talking about releasing tranches of hostages. They're talking about being close to releasing 50 hostages at the time last week. This cannot be allowed to continue. Humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip must result in hostages coming home.
Yeah, and later on in the program we will really talk about something that is mind-blowing, the audacity of the Red Cross, who is not demanding answers regarding the status of 9-month-old Kfir Bibas, now 10-month-old, very soon, because nearly a month in captivity by vile Hamas terrorists, not insisting on information about his well-being, but is insisting on making sure that the security prisoners in Israel will receive